Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on the defensive side of the ball today, and we are going to be in the Arizona Cardinals playbook. The formation we're going to be looking at here is nickel, triple, and the play we're going to be calling is nickel blitz 3. And I just want to give you guys just a super simple blitz, and you're going to be able to send 4 or 5 with this depending on kind of what your opponent's doing. If they're keeping a running back in to block, if they're sliding their line that you're noticing, we're going to be able to send 4 or 5 guys and get some pretty decent pressure. So let's not drag the intro out too much here. Let's just get right into the scheme. Nickel blitz, and I'm just going to call shakes here on offense, just something where everybody is going to be out on a route, and we can just kind of demonstrate the blitz itself. So everybody's going out on a route, and here's going to be our defense. So to set this blitz up here, all I'm going to do is crash my defensive line down. So that's going to be left on the D-pad, and then down on the right stick there. And naturally, my adjustments right now are not showing in game on the play art, but that's okay. The guy that's in a purple zone over there on the left, he will be blitzing 4 right now. And after we have our defensive line crash down, we want to make this player here, Davis Gaither here. We're going to put him in just a hook curl, or you can put him in a purple zone. And then this guy Josh Sweat here that's in the purple zone. Remember, he is blitzing right now. He is crashed down. We're going to put him on a hard flat. So Sweat is going to be in a hard flat. It sucks that it's not showing the play art in this one. Sweat is going to be in a hard flat. Right here, this linebacker, Davis Gaither, is going to be in a hook zone or a purple zone. And then we're going to be blitzing this guy right here off the corner. And if you do have time to kind of move him down into the closer to the line of scrimmage, that's even better yet. I don't like pressing on this play, because if you press, you're going to notice you have those deep blues, and it's kind of just like one-on-one coverage out there. And if they get beat over the top, the other guy gets off the press is faster than that guy. I mean, we're kind of the point in MUT now where everybody has 99 speed, but they're faster than that guy. Whatever the case may be, being in press is just not a good thing. But running this play here, for us, you can see here, eventually we do get a shed there. Of course, I mean, in these new Maddens, you have to say it because this is the internet, I guess. It's not going to come through every time. These aren't nanos. This is just trying to, of course, we're only sending 4 guys here as well. So, I mean, you really have to take that into account. And, of course, this is what the blitz is going to look like. Just regular here. We are crashing down, so we get, in this case, Calais Campbell. We want him to be kind of rushing towards the rest of the blitz, so that's kind of why we're crashing down as well. But sending 4, let's get off Campbell here, just get on one of these safeties or linebackers. You can see here the blitz is eventually going to come through. Of course, you want someone very fast, very quick acceleration, all that stuff. But just setting up the blitz super quickly here, you can see it is fairly quick to set up. Well, if it would show the play art, that would be very, very helpful. But everybody is out on their zones and everything like that. And here eventually he actually forced a fumble. It is, of course, taking, I don't have my MUT players out there right now. Maybe I should have went in the MUT and recorded this scheme, but that's okay. Not a huge deal or anything like that. But you get the idea of the blitz here. Put your not necessarily biggest, but your fastest, most acceleration, highest acceleration corner. There you can see it kind of comes through that gap there between the defensive end and the defensive tackle there. Kind of like that B gaps type of area there. The rush comes through, not necessarily directly off the edge, but very good blitz overall. Very simple blitz. Pretty much anyone can run this. Very, very simple setup. And you can see, well, he kind of went the wrong way. High awareness guy helps as well. But you want him to come through that B gap. That's kind of the goal there. But just a very, very simple blitz to set up, in my opinion. And that's kind of what you want in nowadays in Madden. Back in the day, whenever you could just run through adjustments and click through guys, I mean, you can still do that to a certain extent with these like universal adjustments, where you can adjust basically anybody on the field from the one player. But overall, man, as I've gotten older in Madden here, I just find that the best setups are the most simple setups. Here it takes a little bit longer to get in, and if it is taking a little bit longer to get in, mind you, we are only sending 4. So here we're going to crash down, zone out our linebacker here. So we are all the front here is crashed down except the guy that I am using. He is the only one that would be in a zone. I don't know why Madden cannot get practice mode correct here, but obviously it's just not going to show our play art for us and make it pretty difficult. But that's okay. Everybody is crashed down. Everybody is going towards the quarterback except the guy I am using. Right now, he is going to be in his zone. So this time we are going to be sending 5, and you're going to see we are going to get a little bit more of a consistent pressure. Of course, I mean, if Sweat is just going to win over there one-on-one, that's going to get you consistent pressure all day. We'll take that any time of day. But let's just set this up again one time. And like I said, we're sending 5 now. So we're going to get a lot more of a consistent pressure. Of course, as I say that, they kind of get lost in the sauce there and get lost in the shuffle. But the consistency of the pressure does get a lot better, of course, with the more players that you send. Very, very simple right there. But again, just the simplicity of this blitz is something I really, really like. Of course, I mean, they're just going to win inside like that as well. I would really like to get one here through the B gap, off that edge even. That would be fantastic here. Again, sending 5. And I think that's Jalen Coker out there. He's just screwing us up. He's just screwing us up, man. So you know what I'm going to do for Jalen Coker? I'm going to get him the hell out of here. I'm going to send him on an out route. And so apparently don't run this against Shakes here. Don't run this play against Shakes on like a little bit of an in-breaking off the ball there. Here. We do get him to loop around, but he looked like an idiot doing it. But you can get the idea there. Guy with high speed, high acceleration, high awareness like that in MUT nowadays, you're going to be able to get some pretty decent pressure off the edge. I would love to get it to come in very, very, very nicely. There, I think Calais Campbell kind of won right off the bat there. But you can see as well, even sometimes whenever he doesn't come off the edge, clean, or he doesn't come through the B gap, he is going to kind of run here, and now you have 4 guys over top of 3 guys, and that's the entire idea behind this blitz here. And then, of course, just sending the guy here, sending the other edge off the left side here, just makes it that little bit more consistent if you're having issues in the game. Maybe your opponents, like I said, keeping a guy in. And like I said, obviously it's not a nano or anything like that, but you can see the idea of putting 4 guys on top of 3. One of these guys is going to get through. That's just math, I think. In case Madden has something else to say about it. But just a really decent, really simple blitz to set up. And of course, you can always send 6 as well. I mean, if you're really looking to send the house and really get home to the quarterback and you want a consistent edge pressure, absolutely, you have the opportunity to send 6 there as well. And I will say something, if you are looking to kind of get a little bit more consistent pressure, I wouldn't. The reason I don't want to user this player and I want to user the Wilson Senior here, that's kind of that standing up linebacker as opposed to the linebacker that's on the line of scrimmage. If they run the ball at you, it's really hard to just get block sheds as a user. You know, I mean, you can hit your right stick right or left, but a lot of times, man, you ain't getting that block shed. So it's a lot better to just play this position right here in known passing situations, you know, 3rd and 10 and stuff like that. So we have 6 guys blitzing at the quarterback here. But we're actually only going to be sending 5 because I'm going to be strafing. I'm going to be holding L2 as I snap the ball here, kind of preoccupies the guard, and you can see he shoots that B gap. So in known passing situations, that is your absolute money play there. And you can obviously even zone out Sweat, put him in the flat there. Everything else is set up the same. Maybe you have enough time to bump him in just a couple steps. We're going to run the play here. Again, we occupy that left side, and he actually does loop around very nicely there. So that is kind of the money down, the money play, I guess, of it all. But you just can't run that all the time, just due to, unless your opponent's just chucking the ball all around the yard and he's just only calling pass plays. By all means, sit on this guy and, you know, rush your 4 guys. And then eventually you're going to drop into coverage, right? Like, you're going to drop Sweat. You're going to do all the same stuff that you've been doing. You have time to bump this guy down. As I say, bump over there. We want Sweat out in the open there. We're going to strafe over this left guard. And then eventually, boom, we're kind of going to a zone here and just covering some space. And then we're hoping eventually the blitz gets there by sending 4. But again, in the run play, like here, I mean, this is a great formation that they could just run right at you and get you right out of this if you're usering on the line of scrimmage like that. And one thing I do want to say here, we're going to set it up just the regular 4-man here. If they do block a running back, it is going to get picked up. I'll say most of the time, just because Madden can kind of dumb out sometimes. But you can see there, it does a lot better of a job there picking it up with a running back. And sometimes you still get that 3/4 type of situation. Here we'll block the running back just to the side real quick. We'll block the running back to the side of the blitz. We'll do it with a 5-man pressure. And you can just see it is going to get picked up just a little bit easier, but you are still creating almost all one-on-one. So if you do have these abilities, edge rush elite, all these other crazy things, El Toros and whatnot, you can still kind of get those one-on-one opportunities for the defensive linemen on these offensive linemen. But very, very simple scheme, very, very simple blitz. Again, strafing over that left guard is definitely the way to go in these known passing situations, but still a very nice blitz, very simple, easy blitz to get pressure with 4 while being on a linebacker and already starting with that depth as opposed to starting on the line of scrimmage as well. So, but very versatile scheme, very nice defense, and I would recommend to whenever you play these other coverages, you're not just going to call this every single time, but say like whenever you play Tampa 2, mess with this nickel defender, right? Like we were bumping him down, bumping him in, bumping him towards the line of scrimmage, whatever the case may be. Even if he isn't blitzing on this play, bump him towards the line of scrimmage in this and just make it look like he's blitzing. Same thing whenever you're calling this. I mean, maybe you don't want to blitz him every play. You're still going to crash your defensive line down, drop him into his zone, and then drop this linebacker into his zone. And then you can kind of see what that looks like. Still rushing 4, but you're keeping all the same coverage. So you can play games with this. You don't just have to call the blitz again and again and again in the game, of course. But yeah, overall, I do really like this one. I run this one a ton in my own personal games. But I think that is all I have for this one, guys. And I just want to say here at the end of the video, if you are still here, I appreciate you watching the video here. And if you did enjoy this one, you enjoyed like the conversational aspect of this video, I have hundreds and hundreds of plays from all across Maddens here on the channel. I try to use real football concepts so you can carry it over from Madden 19 to Madden 26 because they're real football concepts and we're trying to attack zones and we're not just trying to play to the meta of the game. So if you enjoyed this one, go ahead and just check out the channel. We already have a ton coming out on this Madden, of course. We're going to keep it rolling here on the channel. But I do appreciate you watching. I appreciate you liking and subscribing. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see next, video-wise, if you playbook-wise, what you want me to jump into. If you want a specific scheme for a specific style of play, let me know in the comment section. I will definitely see it down there. I appreciate you guys staying to the end, and I certainly hope to see you guys in the next one. Later.